Do you want to know 2 words that will change your life forever? Oh, wait, actually, it's one word. Just one word. Anyways, mindset. Have you heard of it? It's 2024, so unless you're living under a rock or Helen Keller.
That'll be more pathetic than that game of Marco Polo I played with Helen Keller. Marco! Marco! Marco!
I'm gonna assume you probably have. It's only the most overused word of every motivational speaker and get rich quick scam ever. We've honestly probably heard it so much at this point that we've become a bit desensitized to the true power of the word. Today, I'm here to make the best case you've ever heard for mindset, or at least that's the mindset that I'm going into this with. Because seriously, your mindset affects every single aspect of your life, from the quality of your relationships to the outcomes of your efforts. If you aren't seeing the results that you want from life, or at least progress in the right direction, I'm going to take a bet that it's probably the result of a flawed mindset. And that's why in today's video, I'm going to be covering the essential points of mindset, put in a little bit of supporting research we got today, share a little of my own personal experience to build that rapport, and then I'm going to provide you with a blueprint for how you can begin analyzing your current mindset and start the process of restructuring it immediately.
Immediately.
So when it comes to thought patterns, I'm assuming you're here because you're wanting to change them and make them better, right? Right now, if you have negative thoughts or, yeah, just not good thoughts in general, that's kind of the patterns you're noticing. That's how your brain's operating. It's operating based on your mindset, which is like an operating system for your brain. It's going to determine whether you see challenges as obstacles or opportunities, whether you see criticism as a punch or a push forward. It's basically your mental hype man or your biggest hater. But this operating system goes deeper than just your responses to challenges. It's what underlies your thoughts, feelings, actions, physical reactions, pretty much everything. I did a video not too long ago on how someone's perspective on stress actually affects whether it has positive or negative effects on them. I'll put that video there if you haven't seen it yet. It's a good video, trust me. But I found some more research that actually proves the point further, and it shows the importance of mindset. There's a very recent study done this year by the NIH, and in that study, they found that a patient's mindset can be a catalyst for either negative or positive change in their life. Another study, similar study, found that macro and micro factors can alter experiences, which leads to placebo and nocebo effects. Examples would be culture, society, and individual psychobiological traits. Now, just to clarify, placebo effect is when positive things happen because you believe that something's good for you, and nocebo is when bad things happen just because you believe something is bad for you. It actually has nothing to do with the actual effects. It's purely based on your beliefs. And with that being said, I love this study because it shows that your mindset can directly influence your outcomes regardless of whether your expectations are right or wrong. It even highlights how factors like culture, society, or even how you're treated in your past can change your programming. It'll make you feel a certain way. Now, based on those experiences, it'll either be a positive outlook or a negative outlook. Okay, so now what do we do with that information? Well, pretty much this allows you to get some space and perspective on your mindset, on your thought patterns, right? Because now we can see that mindset does affect you positively or negatively, and it doesn't even matter whether you're right or wrong. And you can also see that your mindset might not even be of your own choice, your own creation. There is definitely many other factors that led up to you developing this kind of mindset. Going forward, you need to be asking yourself, is the way I'm viewing the situation serving me? Because if it's not, you got to begin changing that immediately.
Immediately.
And that's definitely easier said than done, right? Trust me, I get it. You've been thinking a certain way for a really long time, and the thought of changing it is uncomfortable, right? It's definitely a difficult task. There's no denying it, but ask yourself, what other option is there? The way I see it, the other option is just a slow descent into mediocrity and regret. At least that's where I found myself when my mindset sucked more than a 90 secretary in the Oval Office.
Listen, let me tell you something, America. I don't think you heard me the first time. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
If I had to define the mindset that I had just a few years ago in one word, it'd be weak. I viewed challenges as something to fear and avoid. I was pretty closed-minded and typically unwilling to hear point of views that didn't align with mine. And if I had a setback or a mistake, I viewed it as proof that I was inadequate. And yeah, just my thought patterns overall sucked. I was unhappy and my life was not at all how I wanted it to be. The way I saw it was just that I had been screwed over so many times, and my lack of perspective or awareness of mindset combined with the way I was viewing those things led me to gradually become more and more unhappy and have worse thought patterns. It wasn't until I learned about the power of mindset that I realized that reality really is a reflection of your internal thoughts and your internal state. It took months of progress and it was a daily struggle, constantly having to be mindful of, where's my mind at right now? Am I following, I'm following a wrong direction of thought, and doing my best to correct it. From that point on, I was ready to take a chance again. Now I'm grateful every day that I dedicated a significant amount of time towards correcting my mindset. Now I'm able to see the fruits of my labor, which include better relationships, increased success, and just feeling better overall regardless of the outcomes. One of the biggest shifts in my mindset was learning to view those times in my past where I had thought I was screwed over and learning to view them as learning opportunities instead of just allowing my mind to use them as reasons to have resentment and distrust for other people. Now, you may be thinking, okay, cool story, bro. Now tell me how to do it. And if you were, you're in luck, because that's exactly what I'm about to do. Let's talk about my mindset fixing protocol. I'm trademarking that, by the way. Don't steal that. This includes 5 dimensions. It's essentially the way you're going to draft your roadmap for your journey towards your desired state of mind. Just a forewarning, it won't be easy. Are you ready?
Are you ready for the Pro Glide Challenge?
Number 1, where are you? Begin by taking a good, honest look at where you're at, mentally and emotionally. This involves identifying your dominant recurring thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Are you generally optimistic, or do you lean more towards negativity? Do you find yourself stuck in repetitive thought patterns or even habits that aren't serving you? Some useful tools for helping you out with this step would be mindfulness, journaling, and getting feedback from other people that are close to you. Honesty is the best policy here. You aren't doing yourself any favors by lying to yourself. It's really important to know what negative aspects of your mindset that you need to be on the lookout for, so then you can begin correcting them whenever it pops up. Number 2, how did you get there?
Oh my God! How did I get here? Hello? How did I get here? Somebody help me, please!
So, what led you so far off your true path? This step digs into the origins of your current mindset. It's time to explore the why behind your thoughts. Are they influenced by your upbringing, past experiences, societal expectations, or maybe specific traumas or events? Understanding the root causes of your mindset can involve reflecting on key moments that shaped your beliefs, noticing recurring patterns of thinking, and asking if the path that you're on is a result of what you want or others' expectations. Now, I guess a really simple example of maybe asking, how did I come to have this thought pattern, would be like if you have trust issues with relationships. Maybe somebody's 5-10 minutes late, and instead of thinking like, oh, okay, that's normal, stuff happens, maybe you're thinking like, oh my God, like what are they doing? They don't want to come, or they're cheating on me, something like that. And you got to realize that those thoughts, one, aren't real. It's just in your head. It's coming because you had a past experience of being cheated on. And now, because of that, it's just going to continuously ruin your further relationships, even if they're not doing those things, because that's what you're perceiving. So that's what you're going to get back in return. Now, realizing that helps give you the perspective on your thoughts, why you're feeling it, and how it's affecting you. Being able to recognize what you're thinking and why you're thinking it is the most crucial part of being able to fix it. Number 3, where do you want to be? Now that you know where you are and how you got there, it's time to envision the ideal mindset. What kind of person do you want to be? What attitude, beliefs, thoughts do you want to start having that are going to serve you better? This is about setting a clear vision for the mindset you wish to develop. Consider what qualities or mental habits you admire in others. It could be something like resilience, optimism, hopefulness. I guess that's the same as optimism, confidence. And imagine how adopting these could change your life. This step is all about dreaming big and setting a positive intention for your mental transformation. Number 4, how will you get there? I'm sorry to break this to you, but the compass of your heart is not it. It's not going to get you there. Look where it's gotten you. It might be a little bit off. This step involves setting intentional, actionable goals and steps that are going to help you transition from your current mindset to your ideal mindset. A goal might be to respond to challenges positively and productively. Some steps to get there might include practicing mindfulness, watching content of people that embrace challenges, like David Goggins.
David, who's one more to carry the boats? You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You did it. Yeah.
And actively seeking challenges in all aspects of your life. Your plan should also include identifying any obstacles and strategizing ways that you can overcome them. Now, remember, your aim is to make this process gradual and sustainable. It's not going to just be an overnight thing where you're going from like mostly negative thoughts to being just Mr. Optimistic and positive all the time. It's just not going to happen. It'll be fake. So, for a specific example, maybe you know that rejection makes you very self-critical. You want to be prepared to handle that judgmental inner voice by speaking to yourself like a friend would, because the thought's still going to pop up. And honestly, I don't know for sure if it ever will go away. But the key is gradually getting better at not letting it affect you. So you're going to have that thought, it's going to affect you. And the more you practice, the quicker you're going to catch yourself, and you're going to stop that process from getting out of hand. There's a really good example I've heard about emotions or thoughts. It's like a boulder on a hill. The more it rolls, the more kinetic, I don't know what the physics terms for it is, but it gets faster, right? The more that it goes. And then it's harder to stop the more momentum that it has. So you got to think about your thoughts like the boulder. If you can stop it sooner, it's going to be easier to stop, and there will be less chaos, less momentum for it to wreak havoc on your mind. Number 5, follow the plan. You did it. You sifted through your life's traumas, you discovered where you're at, and you understand where you want to be. Now you have the plan in order, you just gotta follow it, which is the hard part. We can sit here and watch videos all day, especially if they're my videos. Keep doing that, do your thing. But seriously, we can read about it, we can think about it, we can watch videos all day, but the change comes when we stay accountable to our plan and consistently take action that's improving our mindset. It's going to be difficult. You're definitely going to fail some days, but the important thing is that you're aware of it and you're doing your best to improve. Negative thoughts are an addiction like any other. It's tough to kick, but I promise if you put in the time and effort, you will gradually begin noticing that you're shifting from negative thoughts consistently to more positive thoughts. So say it right now. I can change my mindset. I can change my life. And that's it. That's all I got for y'all today. Where's your mindset at now, though? Are you willing to put in the work to make a change? I sure hope that you are, and I hope that the information in this video is inspiring you to want to make that change and also giving you a clear guideline, because that plan, I didn't really have that plan when I started, right? I just knew I needed to make a change, and it took me pretty long because I was figuring out as I went. But looking back, you know, on my journals, just on everything, that's exactly how it went for me. It's still an active process. Like I said before, who knows if those old negative thoughts ever really go away, right? I think the key is just awareness and, you know, acceptance, right? You're aware of the problem. You're still going to feel these things, but just accept it and do your best to improve. That's all really anyone can ask for. I appreciate y'all stopping in today, checking out the video. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you aren't yet. I'm on my road to 100 subscribers, trying to hit that by the end of September. That's my goal. Go ahead and let me know how you feel in the comments below. Share your goals with me, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care, everybody.